It is Saturday. Review time. This week I took 5 trades and I had a ROI of 34%. To be exact, 34.5%. I won 3 trades, lost 2 trades, and I'm going to show you what parameters I used, what trades I took, and how I ended up doing that. And if I were to say how long I looked at charts this week, in total for the whole entire week, I don't think I looked at charts for any longer than 45 minutes, maybe an hour. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how. Transition. So back on the charts, we are on the 30-minute time frame, looking at mainly just reviewing the trades that I won, looking at why I won, and yeah. So for those that are wondering, let's start off the day with Monday, which was a QQQ trade. So Monday's QQQ trade, we won 100% on puts. Got puts right at the open, and the opening candle on the 30-minute time frame, the highest volume candle usually, ended up going down, smacked our take profit. Yeah, that was our first win of the week, putting us at 1-0. And then the next day, we went into SPY. So next day we went to SPY on Tuesday, and we got puts. This one we won as well. Obviously, you can see SPY opened here at this 508.55 level and ended up just continuing to go down. Again, made 100%. These 2 days were the days where I made videos on, both winners on 100%. I know left a lot of money on the table, but 100% is 100%. I think in any options trade, coming out with 100% is a very much a fat W. Next day was SPY calls. This was my first loss of the week. This was a really sad loss because I generally, when you look at the chart, calls were the correct option. They were not the correct option when taking a trade right off open, because my very smart intellect decided to forget about major economic news coming out, and that news being a Chairman Powell speech. So this caused tension in the market, and this caused the market to not choose a direction off of the first half of the market being open, and ended up doing a seismic earthquake up and down. And obviously, looking at the chart, calls would have absolutely been schmacking take profit, but I took calls right off the open, which ended up losing all its value right before Powell started speaking. So, we lost. The next day in SPY, we took puts because after the speech, there was a very large gap upside. That gap was 3.93 away, almost 4 strikes away. So I knew that the opening candle and the opening 2 candles ended up coming down to fill that gap. And as you can see, those first 2 candles in the first hour of the market ended up filling that whole entire gap and some more, almost 4 strikes. So there again, you could have made 250, 300% there. But again, our parameters for being 100% are much plenty reward as we can get. And then Friday was a QQQ trade. We ended up taking puts, seeing that there was a huge gap to the upside, almost 7 strikes. This was mainly because of Apple earnings that came out after market close on Thursday. And initially we did see movement to the downside and my contracts were up, but Friday being Friday, and I guess those Apple earnings ended up keeping most buyers in the market rather than sellers. Our puts ended up getting liquidated at 50% right around midday. So another loss. So went 3 for 2 in the week. I ended up returning around 34%, which was really good. I'm happy with that. But because of my difference in size when it came to price contracts throughout the day, my contracts were not the same cost. Obviously, you can see in the little screenshots of the order fills, they were not the same. They were not anywhere close to some same price. Some days were around $30 a contract, some days were 20, some days were $40, $50 a contract. I personally need to do better than that. I need to find a price that I'm happy with and stick with it rather than just taking whatever price shows up on my screen first. So definitely choosing my contracts better is something I need to work on, because mathematically, if you were to go into the same size every single day, 3 for 2 win rate would have gotten me a ROI of 40% rather than 34%. So missed out on 6%. So a little bit bummed on that, but I can't complain with a winning week because in terms of the strategy, I like to think of it in a binary option. It's a 50-50 shot if a stock is going to go up or a stock is going to go down. So in terms of beating the 50-50, our win rate was 60%. So we are beating the odds. We are creating our own luck, and we are ultimately on the road to profitability. Hopefully, the same video that I make in a week, we can go another 3 for 2, maybe even a 4 for 1. So yeah, definitely gonna make sure I use the same contract size so I can, I guess, manage my risk a lot better. Next week's earnings aren't as big as this week's, but then again, you still have to look at it. But yeah, we're gonna go into this week confident. I am moving out of college right now, so I am going to be changing the location of where I film for the next 3 years, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of the weekly recap of this week's trading. To all the traders out there, I wish you the best of luck next week, and I will see you in the next video. Toodaloo.